of resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Tupu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu akpọta gị, ezi mmụọ niile nọ na Abia steeti, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Ụmụahịa, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Imo steeti, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Ekpe, ezi mmụọ niile nọ na Nkwere Ọlụ, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Imo gburugburu, akpọta m ụnụ. Ụnụ maara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka ya ka mma abịa. Ngwa sogharịba na ebe ọbụla ọ nọ. Gabanụ njem n'ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, yiri dịka uwe, yikwasị ya mmeri, fevọ n'iru ya, fevọ n'azụ ya. Emegidere m agha, atụmatụ ọbụla bụ atụmatụ ọjọọ nke ndị zuu na-atụ n'isi nwatakịrị a. Echiche ọbụla bụ echiche ọjọọ nke ndị zuu na-eche n'ebe nwatakịrị a nọ. Emegide m ya na-eke, megide ya n'orie, megide ya n'afọ, megide ya n'akwọ. A sị na taa bụ orie dotara ya ndụ. Ngọzi kachasị ngọzi niile n'ụwa bụ ahụike. Jehova nye arụ ike, mmeri n'iru ya, mmeri n'azụ ya, mmeri n'aka nri, mmeri n'aka ekpe. Ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, mmeri ka ọ ga-enwe. Ahịa ga-abụ mmeri. Ahịa ga-abụ mmeri. Ọ ga-emeri nwoke, ọ ga-emeri nwaanyị. O ji ọfọ na-ana n'ije. O jiri nwoke ọfọ jere nwaanyị ọfọ, jere agadi ọfọ, jere obere ọfọ. Chinenye ndụ nye ya ndụ. Chukwu okike abịama, agbọta gị n'ụra, ị maara nwa gị, mmụọ niile bụ ezi mmụọ nọ n'ala Biafra, baanụ n'ime Maazị. Adọọ m ikike n'ime Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ụba n'ime Saminekpa. Saminekpa, ihe ebubo abada, nkiri ka a na-ekiri abada deji onye ozu. Oke ngene ka ịbụ, agbarụcha aha gị bụ ngene, ha ga-ekuru gị nwa na-eke, kuru gị nwa n'orie, kuru gị nwa n'afọ, kuru gị nwa na nkwọ. Nna m si na onye ju ogwugwu ọnwụ udo, onye juru n'okwu ikwuru ọ naanị ike, onye kwere n'okwu ikwuru na ọbịbịa Biafra, ihe ọma na-eme n'ime Biafra ya mebere. Onye sị na ị ga-adị, onye ahụ aga-adịkwa. Onye sị na ihe ọma ama mmere gị, ihe ọma ama mmere gị. Chineke na-enye ndụ, ikike niile nọ n'ime Nnamdi Kanu, n'ebe ọ bụ na Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ime prison, adọ m ikike nọ n'ime nwụọ n'ime gị bụ Saminekpa. Ikike a sogharịba gị. Onye iro kpurugodo gị n'ọnụ, ikike a mechie ya anya, ya sogharịba gị. Ekwe ọnya n'iru gị, ị ga-abụ jump and pass, ekwe n'azụ, ị ga-abụ jump and pass, ekwe n'aka nne, ị ga-abụ jump and pass, ekwe n'aka ekpe, ị ga-abụ jump and pass. Nwa m, udo dịrị gị. Onye si udo dịrị mmadụ, ya ka udo na-abịara. Mmeri ka ị ga-emeri. N'iru ka ị ga-aga, ọdịda ga-abụ nke gị. Emegidere m agha zuu, agha ndị IPOB, agha ndị DOS. Iji ọbụla bụ ije ọjọọ ndị ebube agụ na-eje n'isi gị. Ije ọbụla bụ ije ọjọọ asarị sọkwụgbọ kụnazi na asarị dọkwụgbọ ga-eje n'isi gị. Emeria m ya na-eke, meria ya n'oge, meria ya n'afọ, meria ya na nkwọ. Jehova bube ha agha. Ya were abụ ọma 35 tiri ha ọgba aghara. Chere ha ọgba aghara, tiri ha ọgba aghara, chaa ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chaba ha ọgba aghara, ọgba aghara. Chibuchebe gị nwa m. Chinenye ndụ ya gị ndụ, n'iru ka ị ga-agasa mee ọdịda ga-abụ nke gị n'aha Chukwu okike abịa.
This one pass you, Nabi.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone who has joined us on today's program. Please like and share as you join, like and share to all platforms, like and share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Share so that everybody will join us on this program. It is Monday, another day that God have made, a day that Biafrans sit at home, and I appreciate everyone that sat at home today. And before we go forward, we wish our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze, a very happy birthday. Our Deputy Prime Minister is celebrating her birthday, and every one of us should join her to celebrate her on her special day. And we pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give her long life in the land of the living. Chukwu Okike Abiama will prosper her and give her more years, give her success in all her undertaking. Every assignment that she is doing for Biafra, we pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide her, protect her, secure her, and lead her to that path of truth, to that path of success, the path of breakthrough. Wherever you are as a Biafran, we should all continue to remember our Deputy Prime Minister in our prayers. As she is serving Biafrans, we have to pray for her, support her, and also continue to stand by her in prayers in any way we can. So we must have to come together today, being her birthday, and celebrate her. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze, who is charged today, she's in charge of the United States of Biafra. Every one of us must appreciate her. She was in the forefront of the declaration of Biafra, and as she has led us this far, we owe her appreciation, we owe her congratulations, we owe her our support and prayers. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect her. Fellow Biafrans that are watching, today, Biafrans, we are sitting at home, and we appreciate every Biafra that participated on today's at home. Wherever you participated, wherever you are, and you did your own role, we pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect you and secure you. As you have played your own part, Chukwu Okike Abiama will equally play his own part in you. We will continue to focus on our journey to freedom. Wherever you are, do not look back. Do not be distracted. Do not be delayed. Do not allow anybody to take away your attention. It is forward ever and backward never. No matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter the attack, no matter the destruction, we must continue to focus onto our freedom. Fellow Biafrans, today I am going to share with you another mind-blowing message that was delivered, and Biafrans air their opinions and views. The atrocities of the zoo cannot be overlooked. We will continue to speak, whether they like it or not, and they can never cut us short. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to like and share. Like and share, and continue to support the United States of Biafra in any way you can. We must continue, and there is no going back. Let us listen to this program and hear what the Biafrans are discussing in the restoration of Biafra. Pursue success. Attend to every height they want to attend legally, legitimately, reach to any level, be whoever you want to be. Air your opinion. A Republican system. That is what we have in Biafra land. You are entitled to your opinion. Unlike in the feudal system where you have no opinion except what your imam says in the mosque. Except what your elders say, that is what you carry. It doesn't happen in the southeast, in Biafra land. Everybody have their own opinion, and their opinion must be looked into. Everybody is entitled to speak and make contributions. The value system of the people in Biafra land and the value system of people in the southwest and the north is not the same. We do not have the same value system. And countries are built based on people that have similar value system. You have no business being with somebody who does not have the same value system with you, and you say you are running a country. You are mad. You are only creating chaos. You are creating insecurity. You are creating underdevelopment, envy and jealousy with hatred. That's what they're creating. Today, look at Nigeria, the amount of hatred the citizens have among themselves. The amount of hatred the citizens of Nigeria have against themselves cannot be measured. Go to TikTok. Go to TikTok. See the amount of hatred they are displaying against themselves. The Edo people against the Yorubas, Yorubas against the Igbos, Igbos against the Yorubas. One tribe against the other. Go to TikTok. That is what they do. Some have dedicated their own platform to antagonizing against their fellow citizens. Do you blame them? That is what the zoo have given birth to. That is what Nigeria has given birth to. Putting people that do not have the same value system together and force them to be together. I bet you, if you disintegrate this contraption, everyone will have respect for each other. The North, that is something they are known for. The Southwest, that's something they are known for. The Southeast, they are known for something. The Middle Belt will be known for something. They will have a healthy competition. It has been done in Asia, and it worked excellently well. Today, Pakistan, India are competing. Healthy competition on economic level, on security level, on nuclear physics. They are competing. These were countries that were together before. But they were now divided along their tribal lines, their value system. Pakistan went their ways. India on their own. It happened also in Malaysia. The Malaysians go their own. Singapore on their own. And two of them are growing, competing in a healthy competition, still doing things together as neighbors. We have the same thing in Europe. Many European countries, you saw how Russia was split into pieces and people went their separate ways. And every single one that came out of Russia today are doing very, very well on their own. Which one are you going to count and leave which one? Why is it that the Africans cannot do the same? Why are you still celebrating the most populated African nation in the world? Why are you celebrating that? Most populated African nation that cannot feed itself, cannot secure itself, cannot provide food for itself. Why do you celebrate that? What is an achievement for being the most populated African country in the world? What is the achievement? They call you Giant of Africa. Giant of Africa for what? You are not stronger than Burkina Faso today. You are not stronger than Ghana. Your closest neighbors, you are not. You are called a giant because you are the most populated African country. What else? You cannot provide food for your people. You can't provide security for your people. The most common thing to provide, based on population, at least you can cultivate enough food to feed your people, but impossible in the Zoological Republic. Insecurity-wise also, at least you have enough men in the army. But today, the most populated African country is still crying of shortage of police and army. Do you know why? The most populated African country, Nigeria, is crying of shortage of police, shortage of army, and all their forces today. Do you know why? Because you can't force people that don't have the same value system together. How do you expect me, a Biafran, to go and serve in the same military with a Janjaweed that I know that have a different ideology, that value a cow more than a human being? It will be a suicide mission for me to go and serve in the same military with somebody from the north who loves the cow more than a human being. It is impossible. People who decide, who do not care about collective interests, they are about their personal interests. They are not loyal to the laws of the nation. They have their own law differently. They are following. They don't care about it. And you want me to serve in the same military with you? Do you know how many young officers from the southern part of Nigeria that have lost their life? Do you know how many young officers that have lost their life in Nigeria in the hand of the criminal government for doing nothing because they decided to serve in the military? Their fellow officers will shoot them from behind. In a war front, in a place where you will go with your fellow officer to fight against the terrorists, and your fellow officer will tell you that the terrorist you're talking about is his brother. It is his brother, that he cannot allow you. In a country where the government itself will recruit terrorists into their own military, and they tell you they have repented, a well-known terrorist, they will bring him, give him gun and bullets, legalize his atrocities, and tell him go to the field. And today you see their footprint in Biafra land. Go to Biafra land today, look at Biafra land. You see the same thing you are seeing in northern part of Nigeria. In the north, where the Christians are located, where the indigenous people live, when you go there, the terrorists will go there, burn down their houses, destroy their houses, and take life. The same thing is what they are replicating in Biafra land with uniform, because they have seen that they cannot go without uniform. They give them uniform, they come to Biafra land, they come, they enter your house, they say you're a member of IPOB, they will destroy your house, burn your house down, take lives. Only suspicion, you are gone. We have seen them on videos. Which one am I going to mention and which one am I going to leave? The earlier we walk away from the zoo, the better for us. The earlier we begin to think differently, the better for us. We have no place in that zoo. The atrocities is increasing. And as the day go by, the wickedness, the hatred continue to increase. Even in the midst of the confession, the hatred is still increasing. The earlier you wake up and think right, the better. There is a video I want to play. I have brought this video up many times, but I wasn't able to play it because of time. I will try to play that video today. From Okuta panel, where one of the people who participated in that revolution was being questioned in the Okuta panel. I want you to pay attention to what's about to say. Let us use this very video to round up our program. Let's listen and watch.
What witness was it? Second or third? Yes.
Please tell the Honorable Commission where you were between the 14th and 16th of January 1966. Whether you are in Lagos, in Enugu, or in Kaduna.
My Lord, I have made exhaustive statement on this issue.
This is cross-examination. I can't make a statement. You don't know what the question they will ask you. Answer his questions. That's all, one by one.
All right. I was at Kaduna.
And you are a party to the preparation and execution of the attempted coup of January 15th, 1966.
I was a party to the failed coup of January 1966.
Yes. Your final plan towards the coup was discussed and agreed upon during your exercise at Kachia.
There is no truth on that at all.
Okay.
I did not go to Kachia for any exercise to start with.
Very good.
I attended a battle group course at Abeokuta,
No, you have answered,
as you were.
you have answered the question. In Kaduna, the operation or the attempted coup was led by Major Chukuma Nzegu.
Correct.
Yes. After the Premier of Northern Nigeria, late Sir Ahmad Bello, was murdered along with his wife, and the Governor of Northern Nigeria was arrested, Chukuma made a broadcast suspending the government of Northern Nigeria.
That is correct.
He also suspended the legislature of Northern Nigeria.
That is absolutely correct.
In Ibadan, one Captain Nwobosi led the operation where the Premier, Chiba Kintola, was killed.
No, that is correct.
But the government of Western Nigeria was not suspended. If you know, if you don't know, say you don't know.
It is not a question of not knowing or knowing. I know it was not
Suspended, very good.
because of
No,
a
that's
reason.
all right. That's all right.
Exactly.
That's all right. Now, at the federal level, the President, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, was out of the country. The Prime Minister, late Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and the Honorable Minister of Finance were murdered or were killed, and the federal government was not suspended.
At the federal level?
Yes.
Ironsi aborted the coup. So, and Ironsi took over, isn't it?
He aborted the coup.
He aborted the coup of January 66.
Yes, at the time those who organized the coup suspended the government of Northern Nigeria. The federal government was not suspended.
The coup took place on the 14th, 15th night.
Yes.
By the following day, Nzogu made a broadcast.
When did
By the following day, Ironsi had aborted the coup in Lagos.
Are you aware of the fact that Major General Ironsi announced that the power was handed over to him by the remaining members of the Council of Ministers through Dr. Orizu? Are you aware?
My lord, Ironsi was not part of us.
I didn't say he was part of you.
Ironsi was a reactionary.
Listen to the question.
What
please.
he said or what he did was his business.
It is also the business of this commission. It is our business. If you know, please answer you know. Were you aware that Ironsi announced that the remaining members of the Council of Ministers through Dr. Orizu...
I had it over the radio.
Very good. Handed over power to him to restore...
I had it over the radio.
Thank you very much. It was because Major General Ironsi aborted the coup and declared the organizers of that coup as mutineers. That was why you people were arrested.
And detained, yes.
Yes. You were detained, but you were never tried.
You are absolutely correct.
Yes. Now, it is also correct that 4 senior commissioned and combatant military officers in Lagos, Brigadier Malari, Colonel Kur Mohammed, Lieutenant Colonel Pam, and Lieutenant Colonel Germa, were killed during that coup.
You are very correct. But let me add.
No, I don't want you
I
to
must add.
I don't want you to add, please.
But I must add.
You answer my question.
My
please.
lord, this is an occasion for preferring information.
You had your time.
I must add.
You had your time. This is my time, please.
I must add to clarify what you are saying.
My lord, let him answer my question.
I must give you information. You talked about our not being...
Hold it, please. Yes. Keep it cool.
All
I
right.
thought we were on a fine-facting crusade.
Exactly, I must
So
ask.
can you prevent him adding to the fact that will help us? But if
Now, I want you to pay attention and know and see why he was trying to not allow him to add something. You know, this is a lawyer, and he was trying to rope this Biafran veteran in by asking him some senseless and useless questions and insinuating, trying to rope it, just like the same lie Abiola, Babangida, or whatever have revealed today. The same lie. This is how they cook all those lies. Even in Ukuta panel, their lawyer was there cooking up lies. Now he mentioned people, they took their life, and he forgot to mention that there are some other people, even Biafrans, that lost their life in that coup. This was a lawyer asking a question in Ukuta panel. And you look at how he tried to deceive everybody. And this Biafran veteran refused to be caged. This is how Biafrans are. I want you to look at the attitude of this Biafran, this veteran. This is the same way Mazen Nande can operate in their court today. When they come to their court, they want to talk Mazen Nande down. They want to push lies against Mazen Nande. He doesn't see it. He stands up and responds to them. Because these people are evil. They are evil. They can do anything to paint you black. And I want you to listen carefully. You will see the response of this man and why they were trying to prevent him from responding.
What you are saying.
My lord, let him
I
answer my
must give
question.
you information. You talked about our not being...
hold it, please. Yes. Keep it cool.
All
I
right.
thought we were on a fine-facting crusade.
Exactly, I must
So
ask.
can you prevent him adding to the fact that will help us?
Okay.
But if it's a catechism, yes and no.
Yes.
Yes, it's a straightforward
what do you want
question.
me
I don't
to-
know
I
what he wants to
must
add, my
add.
lord.
Well, under the rules of examination and cross-examination, you let a witness answer your question.
And he answered my question.
The way you
I have
like.
not finished. I must add that we were not tried. But even when Gawan took over after the overthrow of Ironsi, he did not try us.
If that is all you
He
want to
did
add.
not try.
You see, most of the time they will tell that Agi Ironsi that they killed, the head of state that they took his life. General Agi Ironsi, one of the best African general who fought in war, they took his life. And they said why they took his life was that Agi Ironsi did not try people who participated in that very revolution. I didn't try them. But Gowon himself today, who fought war against, didn't also try them. Gowon, when he took over, did not also try them. So why didn't they kill Gowon? Why are they not accusing Gowon today? These are one of the double standards, revelations that have been made, even though we found out, but nobody's paying attention.
Yes.
If that is all
Our
you want, thank
leader,
you.
he,
Answer questions. Listen, he
Yes,
has
sir.
to ask another question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you're answering. You listen to his questions.
Now, you answered questions earlier that there was a coup in Kaduna where the political leaders were killed. There was a coup in Lagos where the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance were killed, and there was a coup in Ibadan. There was no coup in Enugu, no attempted coup in Enugu.
There was.
Listen now. There was no takeover of government or murder or assassination of anybody in Enugu and Midwest.
and this I explained in my book, Nigeria's 5 Majors.
Thank you very much. Now, you did not make any attempt to arrest Ironsi.
An attempt was made. In fact, I'm told that it was, if I may say this right now, and that it was Colonel Pang who phoned him and alerted him and he fled.
You did not make any attempt to arrest Ojukwu in Kano.
An attempt, you haven't read my book. You should have read my book.
I'm not interested in your book. I want to know.
Okay,
I want
an
the
attempt
facts.
was made to arrest him. An attempt was made to co-opt people in Kano. And Ironsi, I'm sorry, I'm awfully sorry about talking about Ironsi. Ojukwu arrested our man. And it's in my book, and you know it. You have a copy of that there.
In Kaduna, you also killed Brigadier Ademalokun and Colonel Shodende, who were the only 2 senior Yoruba officers there.
Brigadier Ademolegu was killed. There is no doubt in that.
What of Colonel Shodende?
Shodende was killed. It's all in my book. I mean, you should read it.
Thank you very much. I want to hear what you will say on oath here, not in your book.
All right.
Okay.
May it please, my lord, I'm sorry to interrupt. There is evidence
This is how they cook
already
up.
before this commission about
Listen.
the coup. My learned friend has been going on about who and who were killed. Exhibit 8 is a book written by him where, in 1981, where he listed all these things he's asking him now.
Yes.
The issue here, if there are any untrue statements in the book, which is in evidence, he wants to clarify as affecting the ACF. Let him bring it to him, but to continue to rehearse the evidence given before, I think.
Well, I don't want to appear as asking too many questions, but in cross-examination and examination in chief and re-examination, there's something called notorious facts. Is that correct?
My Lord, it depends.
Many books have been written. All these things are there.
My Lord,
We've read all of them.
he is the only surviving person who participated in the coup.
Absolutely wrong.
Was he in
Evidence on
Kaduna?
oath.
All right, ask.
Yeah,
If there's nothing like notorious fact, you can address us on them. But if they're notorious, they're notorious.
My Lord,
My Lord, he
Then
is wrong. I'm
nobody
not,
asked you a question.
I'm not the only one surviving.
Nobody asked you a question yet.
you are one of
If
the
you want to
survivors.
go on.
Now,
That is why, as a Biafran, you are fearless in the presence of your enemy. You see, that lawyer was saying that he's the only survivor. And he told him, I am not the only survivor. There are some other people that survived. And he later got himself and agreed that there are other survivors. The lie is enormous. Even in Okuta panel, where they were talking about this issue, they were still lying.
now, when you are, from the records, we saw that when you are being cross-examined by the council to the commission in Enugu, you said it was the North that waged war on Biafra.
The North, in fact, the first division from the North descended on Biafra from Nsukka.
Is that the first division of Northern Nigerian Army?
Of course, it is not first division of Northern Nigerian Army, but it was commanded by the Northern troops, Northern officers and men.
And that's your basis of saying it was the North that waged war on Biafra?
I said actually it was Nigeria that waged war, not Biafra waging war on Nigeria.
No, you said the North in your evidence.
It must be lapsus linguae.
Thank you very much. Now, you said it was in your book and in your evidence that the coup at 1966 January was long overdue.
That was what I felt. That was my opinion.
Do you still feel that a military coup is the best solution to political problems of countries such as Nigeria? Now, as you are there now on oath.
The situation in 1966 cannot by any means be equated to the situation now in Nigeria.
Now, do you agree? Now, what I'm saying is, maybe you don't understand my question.
I do understand your question. In 1966, how I felt then might not necessarily be how I feel now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you still believe that military as an alternative to political government or to democratic government is the best solution?
Right now that I am an old man, I feel otherwise.
Okay. And you know that that first attempt you made was the beginning of the military incursion into democratic rule in
You are
Nigeria.
very right. It is not the handover or button changing that you keep having after that.
Okay. Now, the Ohaneze petition and your evidence said there was to be a planned jihad on January 17th. It came from your evidence.
I said it's in my book, which was published in 1981.
Listen to my question, please.
Yes, I said so.
Now, immediately after talking about the jihad, they said the coupists.
There's nothing called.
Listen now, those who planned the coup, the
They are
same thing.
coup plotters. Not
Yes, the coup plotters, it doesn't matter. The coup plotters were to install Chief Awolowo as the president.
That's what they plan to do.
Which of them? Those who planned the jihad or your own, those who
You see,
planned...
you talk about planning the jihad. Those of us concerned with the coup of January 66 did not plan any jihad.
Yes.
In fact, they carried the coup, they moved fast to preempt jihad. That's what I said.
Listen,
And
no.
it's so well recorded.
No, it's no question of well recorded. You see, you planned a coup.
Beautiful.
The Ohaneze petition alleged that that coup was to prevent a jihad on the 17th.
Beautiful.
The following sentence in their petition says, those coup plotters wanted to install Chief Awolowo as the president of Nigeria. Something is amiss somewhere. Is it your group that wanted to install Chief Awolowo or the jihadists? That's all I want you to clear to the
The book I tendered here is very specific on it. Awolowo was to come and be the head of government.
Yes. That's your arrangement?
Our own, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Now you said elsewhere that failure to execute successfully the coup in Enugu was what led to the civil war.
You see, again, you haven't read my book, or you didn't even hear what I said.
Listen, I read your evidence before the commission in Enugu.
Then
certified true copy from the
That's
commission.
not what I said. Let me tell you exactly what I said.
What did you say?
You did a coup in July 1966. There were two coups in Nigeria in
There was a coup. I didn't
Just
do
a
it.
minute. Let me tell you what I said.
Okay.
I said that the failure of the second coup, that is the July coup, failure of the July coup to succeed at Enugu was the one that caused the civil war. It is not the first coup.
I didn't say the first coup. I said July.
I didn't take part in July coup. You did.
Listen, you said failure of the coup in Enugu was what led to the civil war. Is that what?
Failure of the July coup to succeed at Enugu was the one that led to the civil war.
How? If you can
Beautiful.
explain.
Let me explain. Because the coup failed, Ojukwu, who was the governor of Eastern region at that time, was neither killed nor arrested. Ojukwu started actually contesting the legality of Gowon's taking over power. And it is this contestation of the legality that brought about the sharp division between the East and Lagos. All right? And it is this that led to Aburi. It is this that led to the civil war. In fact, it is the one that was responsible. And in fact, I place the blame on the doorstep of those who did the coup of July 1966. That's what I said.
So those who planned the coup of July 1966 and Colonel Ojukwu were responsible for the civil war. Is that what you're saying?
You can put it out after your fashion. What I know is that had they succeeded, you see, you were blaming January coup for not taking place at Enugu. And yet you didn't blame the July coup for not succeeding at Enugu.
The difference is that the January coup failed. The July coup did not fail.
Exactly. If January coup had failed, I wouldn't be sitting here answering questions. You would have made me Major General or something.
Now, do you believe that Igbos are being marginalized?
Of course Igbos are being marginalized.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, you have answered my question. Now, one of your witnesses said Igbos are everywhere in this country and doing everything. They are so friendly and they are involved in every trade and business in every nook and corner.
This is one of the lies. This is one of the lies they use to deceive most of us, the Igbos, and the other indigenous people in that Nigeria. This part now, this man is saying, is one of the greatest lie. The lie, they continue to tell this lie up to today. And some of us Biafrans are buying into this lie. This very one, this man is going to ask, this question is about to, is another lie. And I want you to listen the way this veteran answered the question. I want you to listen the way Colonel Boulier answered this question. I want you to pay attention. Because this is a time of revealing lies. This is a time of exposing the lies against the Biafran people. These are the lies they tell to keep us down. The lies they tell to make us dehumanize. The lies they tell to expose us to danger. The lies they tell to cause confusion and division among us. I want you to pay attention to this question. It is very, very important. Very important. Let's pay attention.
You see, you were blaming January coup for not taking place at Enugu. And yet you didn't blame the July coup for not succeeding at Enugu.
The difference is that the January coup failed, the July coup did not fail.
Exactly. If January coup had failed, I wouldn't be sitting here answering questions. You would have made me Major General or something.
Now, listen to this question.
Now, do you believe that Igbos are being marginalized?
Of course, Igbos are being marginalized.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, you have answered my question.
Listen.
Now, one of your witnesses said Igbos are everywhere in this country and doing everything. They are so friendly and they are involved in every trade and business in every nook and corner of this country.
Is that how you appreciate?
Answer the question.
Is that how you appraise marginalization?
Answer the question.
Every individual. Let me tell you what is wrong with this country.
Sorry, my lord.
Every individual.
My lord, I want you to answer my question.
Struggles on his own. Every individual. So Igbos being everywhere shows that Igbos are the best Nigerians.
Absolutely.
They are the best Nigerians. They are everywhere. They are true Nigerians.
You should have waited for my question.
No, but I must preempt even your question. You see, Igbos, if you are talking about marginalization, it isn't in terms of Igbos individually working as individuals.
Exactly.
In what context is the marginalization?
Exactly. For instance, the question of appointments, the question of things that belong to us in general. In fact, even the question of depriving Igbos of their rights. This is marginalization.
Absolutely.
Now, you said in the Ohaneze petition that Igbos are only 1 out of 400 ethnic groups in this country. You agree?
Could you please restrict yourself to the statements I made?
You are supposed to answer my questions. If you don't know, say you don't know.
Uche Chukwumereji has answered that kind of question. I am dealing with January coup, and that Ohaneze has partitioned everything. My compartment is January coup 66.
My friend, you are here as the witness of the commission, and it is my right to ask you questions, and you have an obligation to answer them. If you don't know how to answer, say you don't know.
The truth is that you said that I falsified history. I want to know where in my statement, it is in your letter. I want to know where in my statement I falsified.
You can imagine a Fulani man trying to bully a Biafran veteran. How possible is it? It's just like Binta Nyako trying to bully Mazin Nandekan in court. And she got the shock of her life. Just like what transpired in the court of Mazin Nandekan, the last court he came. Look at the Janjaweed trying to bully a veteran before Oguta panel. And he got the shock of his life. He got the education he never had.
In the record of Ohaneze, and you are their witness, and you agree with me that Ohaneze are complaining of marginalization.
Of course.
Now, do you agree with what Ohaneze said?
I agree that Ohaneze is right in saying that Igbos are marginalized.
And they are also right in saying that there are over 400 ethnic groups in Nigeria.
There are too many, even more than 400 if you like.
And you also agree with what they said, that the Igbos constitute about 16% of the population of this country.
I would have said actually 25%.
Okay. Now, do you have any statistics to show that the Igbos in appointments do not have up to 25% in the federal service? Do you have any statistics?
My
if
Lord,
you don't have, say you don't have.
Let me answer it. Don't rush me. How can you have statistics when we don't have true census figures in Nigeria?
I'm not talking
How
of.
can you? You are talking about statistics. Let us have census figures first.
Because we don't have census figures, then we don't have statistics.
Then you are imagining
appointments in federal.
A lot of people are dreaming dreams in this country. Some people put the population of this Nigeria at 120 million. Some said 100. Some said 100. When are we going to have our figures? True figures.
Please answer my question. We're talking about appointments. You said you are being marginalized in appointments. Do you have any statistics to show that you do not have up to 25%?
Ohaneze can supply that, and I believe that Ohaneze has supplied that.
They have not supplied it.
Well, you go to Ohaneze to supply it. No. Let me go on what I know.
Now, military regimes, just like the one you wanted to bring in, come on their own. And when they rule as military regimes.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
If you like, I name your military regimes that use civilians to get on with rulership or governance.
Just like civilians use you in 66.
Janjaweed want to use wisdom. Want to bully in Ajokuta.
There was there was never any military regime in this country that ruled without civilians.
Fair enough.
Ruled without civilians.
Good. I'm happy you are confirming it. That's what I said.
Yes. And there was never any military regime in this country that ruled without representation from across this country.
We never ruled Nigeria.
No, I'm not.
We of January 66 never ruled Nigeria. So you are not in a position to know who should have been in the government if we actually wanted to rule Nigeria.
Okay. Now, in 1966, 60% of the officers of the Nigerian army were Igbos.
60% of the officer corps
were Igbos.
That is, in fact, an estimate, yes.
Yes. And at that time, from your evidence and your book, one of the things worrying the Igbo officers was that there was the Nigerianization of the army, and some people were insisting on quota.
You know, I took advantage of Nigerianization of the army. So I could not condemn Nigerianization of the army.
No, I'm not saying you.
What we took exception from was the question of anybody in trousers becoming an officer. That's what we took exception from.
Okay. Now, when you left the army as a captain.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I didn't leave the army. I was bundled into prison.
Okay, and then from there dismissed or retired.
Up till tomorrow, we were not tried, so I don't know whether it's dismissed or retired.
Yes. And all this is because you are involved in the January 66.
Exactly.
General
And as I told you, even Gawan did not try us.
Yes.
Rather, he gave one of us, our leader, he gave our leader a military burial and gave him full military honors whilst he detained us. And you could kill Ironsi for not trying us.
Thank you.
And he left that gentleman for not trying us either.
Remind him.
Now, at the time,
you see, these are some of those lies that they have. The lies are so much. Which one are you going to talk? They killed General Ironsi because he did not try this with his brother. He didn't try them. But Gowon himself did not try them, and they left him. They left him. These are evil people. A lot of atrocities against us, and we cannot continue to stay with this.
Rather, he gave one of us, our leader, he gave our leader a military burial and gave him full military honors whilst he detained us. And you could kill Ironsi for not trying us. And he left that gentleman for not trying us either.
Now, at the time you planned the coup, or you were planning the coup, you knew that if the coup failed, your career in the army is finished.
Fantastic, you are right.
Then I knew. Yes. Then why were you complaining that some of your mates were major generals?
You see, the trouble is that
they didn't plan a coup. They were good Nigerians. That's why they became major generals.
A lot of them became major generals because of coups.
Yes.
Successful
and in fact,
coups.
they promoted themselves. You should have known that. And why are you laughing? You should have known that.
Educate him.
They promoted themselves. That's why other countries laugh at us. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'll go ahead, Mr. Bule. Mr. Bule, now in your book, you tried to state the reasons why you people gathered to organize the coup.
You are right.
Now, thinking back now, do you still regard those reasons as valid?
Very.
Listen, for a military takeover instead of a democratic change of government. You understand the question?
The reasons were as valid then as they are valid today. The killings in the West and the killings in TV area prompted, in fact, an action from us. And there were other reasons. Now, other reasons, they're all enumerated in the book I had tendered.
Now, you use the word, the rank colonel now, because you are promoted in the Biafran army.
Beautiful.
And
I prefer it.
And Ojukwu also promoted himself.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. When he comes, you will ask him.
Now, from certain publications we read, credited to you, you were not in very good terms with Ojukwu.
I am happy you said this.
Yes.
In other words,
That's what we have.
I have my own views on every issue.
Very well.
I am happy you said this.
Yes.
Because I fought the war on the Biafran side. I criticized Ojukwu for taking certain measures. And I'm happy you have my book there, The Fall of Biafra. I have my own views, just as I had my own views in Nigeria when I was an army officer, and my views tallied with some views by other people.
Now, do you know that, like I said earlier, in every corner of this country there are Igbos living peacefully with other Nigerians?
Living peacefully?
Yes, with other Nigerians.
Well, there are Igbos, correct, but living peacefully, I don't know. Because they are being murdered at every turn. They are being slaughtered at every turn. Anytime there was any riot, they are slaughtered. And you should have known that too.
Are you speaking on facts or on what you read on the pages of newspapers?
Well,
want to deny
all
that.
I can tell you is that there's even a case here.
There
Akaloka case is still
there
here.
are Igbos across northern
And
Nigeria.
probably Akaloka is living happily, isn't he?
Yes. Ask him.
Probably.
Do you know what Akaluka did? You brought the issue. Do you know what Akaluka did? Do you know the facts?
Whatever he did.
Listen, do you know the facts?
Whatever he did, he should have been subjected to the rule of law.
Listen, do you know the facts?
The rule of law should have applied.
Do you know the facts about Akaluka?
You said that I listened to the radio and I read the papers.
Look,
I read the papers.
Oh, so
all I know is that he is not alive today to even deny what he's been said to have done.
Do you know that as a result of Akaluka, 20 House of people were killed?
That is what you said. We have not been told this. Have you sent any delegation to Igbo land to explain the Akaluka issue? Have you sent any delegation to Igbo land?
You are not supposed to ask me questions. You have to answer my
I'm
questions.
sorry. I'm awfully sorry, my lord.
Okay.
All I can tell you is that you are begging the question with regard to Akaluka because he's not around. He's dead already.
Now, in your book, you warned Nzegu that because, listen now, that because of the number of Igbo officers organizing the January 66 coup, it could be misunderstood as an Igbo coup.
Number one.
Did you warn him, please?
I didn't warn Nzegu. There was no Nzegu. That's number one. Number two.
I'm not an Igbo man. I may not know how
good.
to
You
call
must
the
try
name.
and pronounce the words properly. Number two, I didn't warn Nzogu. If you read my book, I was discussing with Onwatuegu.
With whoever you are discussing,
Good.
you warned. Did you warn?
Now,
that,
let me explain that.
Listen to the question first.
I have listened to the question. I leap ahead. Now,
no, listen, my friend, listen. I call you here to ask you questions.
All right.
And this is a court of law. This is not a military barrack, please.
You can't bully.
Now, what you said in the book is that people may understand that coup as an Igbo coup because over 90% of those planning the coup were Igbos. Is that correct?
That is not what I said.
What did you say?
What I said that people might take this to be an Igbo coup. But I didn't say 90% was not there.
Why did you say so?
There was no 90%.
Why did you say people might?
I asked Onwatuegu who and who are in this. He named certain people. Although he named Ademoyega too, I felt that the Nigerian public, being tribalistic, would deem this as an Igbo coup. I said so. But that is what is called value judgment.
Exactly.
Okay.
In other words, not taking into consideration the facts. Now, if you read that thing down, you would have seen where he said, oh, but we're releasing Awolowo. Do you know what I said? In other words, the Yorubas are using us. You failed to read that one. You read about the thing being an Igbo coup.
I'm interested in the issue raised by Ohanaeze in your petition, that it was wrong for anybody to assume it was an Igbo coup.
It is wrong till tomorrow for anybody to assume that is an Igbo coup. When that person would have committed what is called value judgment, a judgment not based on facts. That was what I meant.
when you killed all the northern and Yoruba political and military leaders and you didn't kill your own?
What about Colonel Unegbe? And by the way, let me also explain. Colonel Unegbe was killed in Lagos.
Why?
Not because, please, not because he did not hand over any key. I am happy that IBM Haruna, a soldier, is here.
Yes.
He knows that no quartermaster general holds a key to anything armory.
Why was he killed?
He knows
Another lie.
he was killed. It's in
Another
my
lie.
book, which I tendered. He was killed because
You see, this another lie that this guy debunked here. They say that Colonel Unegbe was killed because of key. Now he's trying to explain why that man was killed, even though he was an Igbo man. Even though he was, but you know, when they want to put this narrative, they will paint it in such a way that they will go to exonerate themselves and make it, put all the blame on the Igbos. This is a man who was part of the whole thing. And I thank God for his courage, his bravery. Well, sound and educated man. A very sound man, educated man. Look at him. The way he demolished the Janjaweed and their lawyers. I want you to pay attention. How he set that record straight again. Another lie. Another lie. He destroyed another lie.
he knows he was killed. It's in my book, which I tendered. He was killed because he was accused of making money from his job. In other words, he was a quartermaster general. He was making money from his job. So he was enriching himself.
So
that was why he was killed.
So he was not.
So I want to correct this mistake.
So he was not a victim of that attempted coup.
He was killed.
No, listen. Brigadier Mamalari, Kur Muhammad and the rest were killed as part of the coup. This one was killed because he was making money. So he was not killed as part of the execution of that coup. Is that what you're saying?
My Lord, there were various reasons why the coup took place.
Okay.
There were various, in fact,
Fraud.
Hydra-headed reasons why the coup took place. Some people enriched themselves and they were killed. Some people were involved in the killings in the West and the TV area and they were killed. Some people did a lot of other unsavory things. By the way, they talk about killing, and I'm repeating what I said at Enugu. It was never decided that anybody should be killed.
Now, why was
People
Ahmed Bello?
disagreed on what should happen. I don't know how many coups you've taken part in, but it is never decided this man must be killed, that person will be killed. But you depend on what you see on the ground.
Yes.
So if there was opportunity to kill, you kill. What do you mean by you depend on what you see on the ground?
These are soldiers, you know.
Exactly.
For instance, if you are fired at, you fire back. All right? It's as simple as that. And I gave an example of somebody who wasn't killed. He was.
Do you know why Sardona was killed along with his wife?
Do you know it's in the book?
Simple.
Why must I? Why must I?
I told you we need your evidence here.
But the commission here has read my book. If they have not read my book, they probably are reading it now.
Nigerians want to hear what you will say of the reason behind killing Sardona and his wife.
You talk about killing again. I was not the one who went to the house. Even though I must tell you this, I take full responsibility for the coup of January 66 because it was a collective responsibility.
Very good. Okay, are you aware of the reason from your coup plotters why Sardona was murdered with his wife?
If you don't know the reason by now, then I'm afraid you should go and find out.
My Lord,
it's all in my book.
My Lord, the witness should be told that he's supposed to answer
You
my
are
question.
whipping up emotions. I don't want to get involved in that.
Bully.
Answer a simple question simply. It will make us progress. And then when counsel is asking, you have no right to retort.
All right, sir.
Thank you, my Lord.
Sorry, my Lord.
Now, you said there were always reasons why they kill. Why was, if you know, Sardona killed along with his wife?
Nzogu attacked Sardona's residence. Nzogu, if you read the script, was attacked himself.
And that was why they had to kill him.
Nzogu returned fire. Nzogu, if he were alive but he's dead, would have told you exactly why he did what he did. What we wanted to do was to overthrow the government of Nigeria. To overthrow the government and stop madness.
And overthrowing the government means suspending the government of northern Nigeria, leaving the government of western Nigeria,
you see,
and then deliberately refusing to arrest Ironsi.
Let me elucidate this matter. It is true that Akintola was killed in the West. And then Fani Kayode was arrested and taken to Lagos. That is the RV, rendezvous. Now, when the soldiers got to Lagos, they found that Ironsi's troops had already seized Lagos. And so they ran helter-skelter. And as you well know, some people ran to Ghana, some ran to other places. And therefore, there was no time to declare anything in the West. You should have known that.
And there was no time to arrest or kill Okpara in the East.
Again, we talked about Okpara having been receiving somebody from abroad, a head of state from Cyprus, Makarios, Archbishop Makarios.
You gave that
and he was arrested as soon as, and by the way, one of you was the one who took over the radio station.
Yes.
Even though he's dead again and he can't say his own mind.
Tell them.
Now,
listen,
it was Jalo who took over the
listen,
station.
my friend, we're not here for stories.
What I'm trying to tell you is
restrict yourself to my answers to my questions, please. Now, you gave consideration to the fact that...
You see, when he wants to reveal deep information, this is Okuta panel. Okuta panel, they are looking for information. This is a man who participated in the revolution of 1966, giving information. When he wants to go deep and tell them their own involvement, even the northern involvement in that coup, they shout him down. You see, their lawyer doesn't want him to speak. Their lawyer doesn't want him to speak. It is their own man, a northerner, was the person who was in charge of the broadcasting station to broadcast on that 1966 coup. That is what Boulier wanted to talk about, and he doesn't want him to speak. He doesn't want him to speak. But the truth is out. And you cannot bully a Biafran veteran. That is why Mazin Nanigan say we are fearless in the presence of our enemies, and we continue to be fearless. And if you are still one of those cowards who is afraid, you are afraid to post Biafran issue on your platform. You are afraid to share Biafran program. You come to a place where Biafran program is holding, you are afraid to share it. In your platform, they cannot see any image of Mazin Nanigan, Mazin someone or anything that has to do with Biafra. You are a fool. You are a coward. And you're not supposed to be called a Biafran.
And he can't say his own mind. Now
listen,
it was Jalo who took over the station.
My friend, we're not here for stories.
What I'm trying to tell you is
restrict yourself to my answers to my questions, please. Now, you gave consideration to the fact that Okpara was expecting a guest.
Not expecting, he had a guest.
Yes, he had a guest.
Listen now, listen. Airport, he was arrested.
Listen to the question. Now, in some of the books written by some of your coup plotters, you had to wait for Sir Ahmad Bello to return from Lesser Hajj to execute the coup.
I wrote that in my book.
Yes, why did you do that? If the intention was not to deliberately kill him.
It is the truth. If you did not wait for him to return, he might bring in troops from abroad, particularly from Saudi Arabia, or from any of the Islamic countries.
Why didn't you wait for Dr. Azikwe to come back?
I haven't even thought about Azikwe because, you see, he was so innocuous that, in fact, as far as we were concerned, he was not endangering anybody.
He was not because he is Igbo?
No, not at all.
Why?
There were others who were not Igbos, who were not endangering anyone.
Yes.
What about Awolowo? Was he killed?
Now listen, recently, you know Chief Ajuluchukwu?
I know Chief Ajuluchukwu is my brother.
Yes.
Yes.
He recently gave an interview.
Yes.
And he said Dr. Azikwe was aware of the coup, and that was why he left the country. Are you aware of that? Simple.
Say that again, please.
That Dr. Azikwe was aware of the planned coup, and that was why he ran out of the country.
If Ajuluchukwu said that,
it's not the issue. Whether you two are aware, that's the question.
No. You don't put words into anybody's mouth.
Yes.
If Ajuluchukwu said that, he is entitled to his own views altogether.
I want to hear your own view. I want to hear your own view.
But I'll be surprised, in fact, shocked if Ajuluchukwu ever said that.
He did.
All the same, I said I will be shocked because you people are prone to, putting words into people's mouths.
Exactly.
Now, the thing is this. With regard to Zik knowing or not knowing, we were anti-Zik. If you recall that Nzogo talked to Sakashim Ibrahim, he said these people like Azik, we were and Okpara and others we were looking for. If you recall, and it's written down in black and white in your own book.
That is not the question. The question is simple. Are you aware that Zeke knew about the coup, and that was why
How
he
could
ran?
I know that Zeke knew about the coup? I was at Kaduna.
You
I was
planned the coup.
resident at Kaduna.
How did you know that they killed Tafawa Balewa in Lagos?
Say again.
How did you know they killed and they could not arrest Iran?
From the radio.
Why didn't you hear this from the radio? You were part and parcel of the coup plotters. You know all those who sponsored you, and you know those we dealt with.
My lord, no coup plotter. My lord, no coup plotter is ubiquitous. He is not everywhere.
You were aware that during the period you were planning the coup, there was Commonwealth Conference holding on in Lagos.
Of course, I know. And even when it came to a close.
And yet you killed Tafawa Balewa, you killed Brigadier Maimalari.
He wasn't killed on the day of the Commonwealth Conference.
You waited for them to go first.
They were not killed on the day of the Commonwealth Conference.
Okay.
Let me put this to you, that
You
Opara
have no
would have
right-
been killed
Listen,
if...
you have no right to put anything to me, please.
It will take another 4 years
Yes.
before you start putting it to him.
Yes.
You got to go
My
to
lord,
law
I
school
should have
first.
read law. All right, let me expatiate.
I don't want to hear it. You are aware that Brigadier Maimalari was killed on his party's wedding day, the day he was organizing a party for his wedding.
I heard he was killed and I wept.
Very good.
Because this is where I said everybody didn't agree about killing anybody.
Okay.
They had disagreements. So people were allowed to use their initiative. What you see on the ground is what matters. I wept because he was my mentor. He was captain when I was an officer cadet.
Now, were you told why Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was killed, was murdered, and his body thrown in the bush?
I was even told that he wasn't killed. I don't know. What about you are talking about killing?
Yes, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, you were told he
I
wasn't.
know that when some people went to Abeokuta to get armored vehicle and they couldn't, they came back and found Ironsi's troops all over the place and ran away. Those who had the prime minister, I'm told, dumped him in a bush. How they dumped him in a bush, I wasn't told.
No, as one of the coup plotters, did you hear the reason why he was killed?
If you read my book, you see it was zoned. I was in the north. I was at Kaduna.
Please answer my question. Did you hear why he was killed?
I wasn't told.
Was there any justification given for killing him or for murdering him?
Are you saying by hindsight or then?
By the coup plotters.
Well, you see, people were being killed everywhere, particularly in the West. And so, if I may sound charitable, well, not uncharitable, if he was party to other killings, then if he was killed, it's one of those things.
Yes.
Now, since you are based in the north,
yes,
you must have heard that immediately after Sardana was killed, or maybe a few weeks after, there was this picture being circulated in markets and streets of Nzegu and Sir Ahmad Bello, which some northerners regarded as very provocative.
I am happy you mentioned this.
Yes.
I was thrown into Kirikiri. Taken down.
When?
From in fact, within the first week of the coup, I was thrown into Kirikiri with others. Now, I am given to understand much later that it was because Nelson Atta Publishing Drum did something in respect of publicizing Sir Ahmad Bello. All right? No sane person would like that.
Thank you very much.
But why is it that the same Nelson Atta, during the war, you took him to work for you? You didn't kill him. But you killed the women in the marketplace.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
My friend, listen. I'm happy that you agreed that when Nelson Atta published it, people naturally overreacted.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
But
that's all for
why did you not
That's
kill
all right.
Nelson Atta?
That's all right from me. Thank you.
Why did you not kill Nelson Atta?
Very good. Very good question. This is really interesting. It's really interesting.
Witness. If I call you Captain Ben Boulier,
Call
will you
me
answer?
anything.
Let me wait a minute.
Anything is okay.
Wait a minute. I will not allow a situation where it's a free-for-all fight. You listen to my question. I listened to your answer. Please restrict yourself so that we can make progress. If I call you Captain Ben Bullier, will you answer?
If you call me anything, I will answer. Do you know why?
Just wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay.
You have answered my question. I am not asking for the reasons. Now, probably cleverly, this book you wrote, a copy of which is before the commission as an exhibit. I'm also happy you came along with so many. I picked one outside.
Thank you.
And I'm grateful for that. This is my personal copy. Now,
it's okay.
Yes, I bought it at 500 naira.
It's very cheap.
Witness, Exhibit 8 before the commission. Now, I tried as much as possible to read the entirety of this book.
Beautiful.
And I did not see any portion of it where you called yourself Colonel Bullier.
Why should I?
Wait a minute. I've not asked you a question.
All of them.
Wait a minute. Similarly, I wasn't at Enugu, but I have the cassette of the sittings in Enugu, and I have the certified true copy of the transcript. You never introduced yourself as Colonel Bullier. You came into the witness box and said you are Ben Bullier.
Beautiful. That's what I normally do.
But whenever questions are thrown to you as Colonel Bullier, you will answer.
I will answer because you are the one committing the offense.
Now, witness. By these indices, listen to me. I have not asked you any question. I asked you only your name and you answered. So I have not asked you. Listen to the preamble before the question. So by these indices, you are agreeing that you are not colonel and that you did not deserve to be a colonel. I will lead you to.
I deserve to be a general.
Let's go to that. When did you join the Nigerian army?
I joined in 1960. 1960, March.
Yes. You are over 60 now, by age.
Of course, 62.
Yes. You were in Kaduna at the time of the coup.
Yes.
The 15 January 1966 coup, you said so.
And
that is not in dispute.
I've said so already.
Now, you were only a captain at that time.
Substantive, yes.
Yes. And you will agree with me, even then and as well as nowadays, it takes an average of 3 years for one to get promoted from one rank to the other in the Nigerian army. An average, some 2 years, some 4 years, an average, I'm talking of average. As a captain, probably for one to become the next rank after being a captain is to be a major.
Are you talking about now or then?
Even then.
Even then?
Yes.
Some people had accelerated.
Look, I have a retired general near me.
I am very happy you yeah.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Now, you were only a captain at that time.
Yes, and he was major.
Yes, I agreed. Now, the next rank after being a captain was major.
Beautiful.
Thereafter, lieutenant colonel and colonel. Now, after the coup, you were arrested, detained, and unlawfully released.
Unlawfully released?
Yes.
I was released prior to the declaration of Biafra.
Yes, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. You were unlawfully
Nigeria, please. Nigeria.
Wait a minute, who released you?
Ojukwu released us.
Oh, okay, Ojukwu released you.
Yes.
Equally an Igbo man.
Of course.
Okay.
He couldn't
now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Now, you were again arrested and detained for about 5 years from, I think, 69 to 74. You were released in 74.
The war did not end 69.
Okay, you were arrested.
Okay. Correct.
You were kept
from 1970 to 74. October.
About 4 years. Now
5 years.
You said 72 to 74.
70, 71.
Okay, including 70.
74.
About
5 years.
Yes, about 5 years. Now, Bembole.
Sir. Yes, go ahead.
Look, I would like to extract from you. You call yourself a colonel.
What?
A colonel. You call yourself a colonel.
I don't call myself a colonel. I'm addressed as a colonel. I was gazetted as a colonel. I was treated as a colonel.
So you are not.
In fact, I love to be called colonel But I prefer to be called general.
It appears. Listen to me, witness. Let's make progress. We're not here for jokes aside. Now, if you agree with me that you are not a colonel, then that narrows down the controversy between you and
the Nigerian army has never promoted me to the rank of colonel. Never.
Thank you for that. What about the Biafran army? Were you made a colonel?
Of course. I told you, I've said it before.
So you joined the Biafran army when?
I was released
You joined the Biafran
in
army
1967. I didn't join Biafran army. I was from Nigeria. Once Ojukwu released us from Nigeria, we automatically belong to the 4th Area Command.
Now listen.
Of the Nigerian army.
Listen.
So when Biafra went, we went with Biafra.
Listen, can I get you well? Please, are you telling this Honorable Commission that the conferment of the rank of a colonel on you was honorary by the Biafran army? That you did not deserve what honorary? Is that what you are saying?
What do you mean by honorary?
In other words, you did not merit it. Was just given to you.
So honorary means not with merit.
No, listen to me. I am asking you. You are telling me
I was promoted to that rank by the Biafran authorities.
you joined the Biafran army at what rank? At what rank?
I joined the Biafran army as Captain Ben Bullier.
And within a period of how many years?
This is wartime, you know.
Within what period of years were you? You were promoted to
The war lasted 30 months. 30 long months.
Within 30 months, you were promoted.
There were those who were promoted faster.
It's all right.
And I was a wounded soldier.
Now, Mr. Bule, the entire nation, and indeed most Nigerians, particularly the younger ones like ourselves, are happy to have you before this.
Thank you very much.
This one. Okay. Yes, the entire nation. Yes.
He will tell you that something called field commission.
My lord?
Isn't it? General. Something called field commission.
Yes, there is field
exactly.
commission.
I didn't have.
I was in the
commission.
army. You were not.
Maybe as field promotion.
I did not have field commission.
My lord, he is saying he didn't have it.
You don't know what.
This is a very interesting. I can watch this over and over and over again. And one of the joy that I derive in this is the truths that you reveal and the bravery of that Biafran veteran, Ben Bullier. The bravery of Bullier here is unimaginable. And this, when I see him speak, I see Mazen Nandekano. When I see him speak, I begin to see Mazen Nandekano the way he was responding in the court last time. When Mazen Nandekano said, we are fearless in the presence of our enemy. This is it. And when you watch the Janjaweed asking him questions, the Janjaweed lawyer, you see their cunning attitude of asking questions. Even when they know the truth, they swap it. When you want to throw the truth at them, they'll run away from it. This is what we have been facing in this contraption called Nigeria. And if you are a Biafran and you still think that somehow Nigeria has something to offer for you, you are a fool. If you think that Nigeria has anything to offer to you as a Biafran, or you can be at peace, or you can have anything called love with Nigeria, you are a fool. You are deceiving yourself. The only way we can have peace is for us to go our separate ways. When we go our separate ways, everybody will begin to respect each other. We will begin to have a constructive discussions and a healthy competition. That is what we want. But the more we continue to be with these people, the evil will continue to strive. And I bet you it is going to get worse. It is going to get worse. Wherever you are as a Biafran, tighten up your belt. Prepare for this journey. The United States of Biafra have been redeclared again. And we have to give everything in us to see that it succeeds. Dr. Ngozi Oraboeze today is piloting the affair. And the primary objective is to secure life and property of Biafran people. Your support is needed. That is the only way to go. You're welcome, my beloved sister Ojugo. Let's hear from you, my sister Ojugo.
My brother, hey, thank God I woke up and I saw this Opota panel.
Yeah.
I was filled with so much joy. You see when a real, not mixed Biafran blood is talking, you will know.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Undiluted Igbo man is talking. The difference is so clear. They are ready to die for their people. They are ready to, whoever that is there does not matter. He said, my brother. Oh, they call the other person that I say, yes, it's my brother. Ojukwu took us home during the Biafra war. Still maintaining that brotherhood. My dear, oh my God. And who on earth in the world we see the level of hatred in these people?
The hatred is so
I
much.
think
So
that
much.
there is a way at all that there will be a true and sincere reconciliation? No, never.
Never.
It can never happen. In fact, it's going to be between Israel and Pakistan and Hamas to them. That's how Biafra and Nigeria is going to be. The level, the level of hatred is so much. But is that man still living? The Igbo man, the Biafra man, is he still alive?
Yeah, I think Konebulia is still alive. I think he's still alive.
Oh my God.
I think the guy is still alive.
We need his connection, his advice. These are men. When men were men, when Biafra men were Biafra, no fear.
When men were men.
I try to avoid using that word. I'm telling you, because I mean, that when they are there, their women are so happy that our men are there.
Yes.
You know, not the one that you will have. I am not sure if he's able to defend you or not able to defend you at any time.
It's painful.
It's
Imagine
really,
Nadeka was crying and saying, where are the men? Where are they?
Where are they? Look at, oh my God.
Don't we have men anymore?
I wish I feel like to rewind back so that we have those men, but with the media. Because what we suffered was lack of media.
Exactly.
It killed us.
Yes.
Otherwise, these people will not win us. And they can never win us. Never. Never. No matter what 1% of politicians are doing in our land, they can never win us. They can never win us. Because they think that Simon is no more there. Soludo is puffing his tail, fighting the native doctors, which some are good, some are bad. Now, Imo State governor has risen from his own. They don't want native. They have their purpose of doing that. Their thinking is this native doctor that provide juju for our Biafra Liberation Army. What about the Fulanis that come, that carries the highest
No,
juju?
that one doesn't concern them. The main issue doesn't concern them. When it comes to the fighting against their own people, it's very easy for them to go.
Oh my goodness me.
Very easy. When it comes to take the life of their own and fight them, very easy. They don't need approval from Abuja.
They want to take away any power at all that we have so that they can surmount us, so that these people will have free hand, free freedom to take us out of our land. And then, you see that assignment they gave them, it will never work. I promise them. Men are there. They took Simon Ekpa out. These are lions. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. His voice and this man and Simon. Oh my God, these are men. These are men. But I thank God there's still few of you that are still real core Biafrans. Because when people talk, you know those that are real core and those that have some bad blood mixed in their life. Because the problem we have is a lot of our men now, if guarana their blood, something guarana their blood. You know, I'm just telling you, and it's easy for you to identify them. And they check those people they born within that war time and that have grown now. Like most of them, madam, all those things. You see them, most of them they are mixed blood. Because during the war, anything happens. The military pregnant women, most of those Fulanis at Okigwe Road, pregnanting girls there, you know, all those, and most of them, their children speak Igbo. In fact, all of them, their children speak Igbo, because I've traveled along that area before, and I couldn't believe the real Igbo language that a man selling suya along that road was speaking. So, I am, oh my God, I'm happy that you're bringing, because I know maybe I wasn't my teenager or something like that when this Oputa panel happened. So I wasn't sure what was going on, but I heard about it. But now you're bringing this, it's kind of, I'm learning a lot and I'm seeing, oh, this was what happened during Oputa panel. Oh my goodness me. Thank you, my brother. I hope this is teaching our men. Still sleeping, wake up. Wake up. We can never be in the same place with these people.
Never.
They will get up in the middle of the night and put a knife on our head and spill our blood anyhow, and they won't care. There is so much hatred. You can see the person, the lawyer, questioning, oh, because he's an Igbo man. Why didn't you do this? Because he's an Igbo man. Because as an Igbo man. Because he's from the East. Because he's an Igbo man. So who on earth that...
Just trying to shift the whole blame to the Igbo.
To Igbo. Why not? The other person already said, the leader, he called a Yoruba man name and then mentioned, say it's an Igbo. And then the other one from Delta. The same Delta people that are saying, that he say at the point he said it's a Delta Q. The same Delta Q people that are saying they are not an Igbo. And now this one is over there trying to still push this Q to be an Igbo Q. Still, what is wrong with them? Let us go. They say no. It's like a man married a woman. You hate this woman so much. Instead of you to commit to murder, why don't you tell this person to go? The woman want to go. You say, no, you're not going to leave this house. I hate you so much. I hate you so much, but you're not leaving this house. What is the next thing you're going to do? Is it not to commit murder? Let the people go. Let whoever that you hate, liberate the freedom of that person. Let the person go. We're not asking, we don't want to be, we hate haters like you. We just want to go. Oh my God. My brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Men, our men, please learn. I hope you learn.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister, for that amazing contribution. It is so sad when we see the kind of people we have these days. Now you understand why Mazen Nandekano was crying. Are there no men out there are there no men out there in a place where you have coordinators across the world, more than 1,000? He's looking for 100 men. He went ahead to say, since he came into Biafra struggle, Mazen Nani can say he has not seen up to 3 people that are qualified. Has not seen up to 3.
Oh my God, this is so sad.
In a live broadcast, he said he has not seen up to 3 people that are qualified and ready to die and go for Biafra.
Did he tell a lie? No. He wasn't lying. Everything that man has said has come to fulfillment, has come to reality. Every damn thing has really come to truth. That is the prophet of our time. Every other prophet, they're all fake. This is a real man that is prophecy from A to Z has come to fulfillment. He's not lying. All the DOS, where are they? They are now putting themselves together to be a politician in Nigeria. Biafra today, Nigeria tomorrow. Oh my goodness me, my dear.
Thank you so much, my sister. Let's hear from our sister, Juliana. I don't know if she can speak. She's busy in the kitchen. Let's hear from you, beloved sister, Juliana.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my lovely people.
Welcome.
Yeah, actually, I'm cooking. You can see me. Just came back from the market.
Yes,
I am so proud of this man. I'm telling you, I feel like giving him a big hug. When they get this man's discussion, and I became very proud of myself to be a Biafran.
Absolutely.
I said to myself that I'm so happy. There's still one Moses in our land, apart from Nnamdi Kanu, apart from Mazi Simon Ekpa. There's still another Moses. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, when you kill another erupting, like elephant grass, how many are you going to kill? How many will you kill? Imagine, as corrupt as Nigerian government, even in the Oputa panel, you could feel the tension, you could feel the level of discrimination. You are asking me a question, you are not allowing me to explain. You'll be giving boundary, the same boundary they'll be giving to Biafrans, the same boundary Anama Krani Kembe. You must not cross here. Even in your office, your position must not pass here. Also called Gwelu Goala. They will only use you to achieve their aim. You will never cross that boundary to Terege. That is the same thing this man was practicing inside of Puta Panel. The whole world is seeing. You ask somebody a question, you don't give him room to talk. You say, why did they release you? The same reason they could release you, a Biafran person. The same reason they will have on your alive. Why did they not kill so person? That lawyer could not answer that question.
How can he answer? They killed Aguironsi and they left Gowan. They killed Aguironsi because Aguironsi did not judge them. Now, Gowan also did not judge them and they left Gowan.
Exactly. So now, Yana Jukwa the man. So they left you alive. So they released you. Yes, my brother released me. I was so happy to hear that word, my brother.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
My brother, he asked me, is it an Osama that will release me? My brother released me.
Of course, yes. Is it an Osama that will release me? Osama will kill him. If you have the opportunity, he will kill him. So you can see the level of discrimination. Are you saying that Igbos are everywhere? If you are everywhere, does it mean you're giving the opportunity to excel?
That is the lie. The lie they used to deceive some of us. They use that lie to deceive us. They tell us we are everywhere. Igbos are everywhere. They're succeeding everywhere. They're living peacefully everywhere. Peacefully where?
A bag of onion and beans. No bacha. Hansi, they are in the north. We are selling in the north, and they keep killing them in the north.
Killing them
in the north. Why don't you come back home? There's other things in your own community. Come back home. Come back to the east. Come and develop the east. I'm happy that today, before they tell now, Mandi Church to the east.
Yes.
All those headquarter church, take it to the east. Let people come. When everybody's seen our Europe, who got that headquarter for worship, you will see my hotel, my business, Yana may erupt in our place.
Yes.
Move down to the east. What are we looking for that we do not know? Move down, they will look for us. And will gold. They cannot do without us. They can't. We are just like people who don't know their value. We don't know our value. If we stand up today and move, they will look for us. We should continue fighting. We should continue fighting. Only with them that sometimes they talk from the side of their mouth.
All the evil.
Peanuts. They sell their birthright. Imagine somebody owe you million, yeah, with 100 now bribe, and you are happy jumping. Why the person is holding your millions? So it's so painful, and this man made my day. When I listened to this program this morning, I was just laughing. I feel happy, and I say yes, they can't finish us. We'll get there. I'm very hopeful. We'll get there. Also, where James Mazinamde Kano, where James Samoneko.
There are many more people who are there that are going to come out.
One day, they will bring it down.
Yes.
I'm happy the whole world is seeing what they are doing to us. And God will raise men to support this our struggle. God will raise men. Even those hatred before, in the other European countries that don't want to speak into this matter, they will stand up and speak. God will cause them to speak up. God will cause them. So all him tonight they happy. Because God can use anybody to fight this cause for us. And we cause men to be at peace with you. Before they will turn around and help us. They will help us. Yes, we go into bargain. Other countries they did not fight free. I look go free, and I get to bargain. I know this my enemy. We'll settle scores on the table. Business wise, we'll do it. Everything have a price, and everybody have a price.
Absolutely.
So God will do it for us. We are getting to the end, though. We are getting to, because a lot of things are revealing. It's not our own power. All Chineke expose. The whole world will see how Biafrans are being humiliated. This is why our children, Ghana, other countries, Europe, US, United Kingdom, everywhere, big doctors, physicians, everywhere, scattered all over the place. By the time we come back home, the world will fear us. The world will fear us, and they know. It's only few that know this thing. We have the sense to go into alliance with us now, not to be too late, so that to our promised land, they will sing along with us. Thank you so much, my brother. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see this man this morning. And I pray that God who gave him that boldness, will keep him alive. But nobody will strike him down. And I pray that let this same spirit flow into other men. Other men who are Igbo men. Real Igbo men. I pray that this blood should flow in them. Let us use that word, my brother. My brother. My brother, matter that our brother is languishing in the jail. Our brother, Chalime jail in Ghana. He has children. The children have not seen him. He's looking forward to see his son or his daughter. This man has been there years. Years. We should think about it that our brother is inside that place. Not there. He will not spend 1 year in that place. I've never seen any Hausa being jailed anyway. I've never seen any being jailed. I've never seen being jailed. He said, after committing a crime of their Boko Haram, they give them title and they induct them into the military, using them to flush the Igbos. So please, I pray, let us come together. Let the spirit of oneness envelop us and let us move. Because with oneness and togetherness, we achieve our aim quicker than expected. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Hope to see you more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Akonyo Wetere, go ahead. Talk to us. Let's hear you, Akonyo Wetere. I couldn't with them.
Let me talk. Thank you very much, my brother. The word is enough for a wise. This is what I am very much delighted this morning. Very much happy because Nakagi Boyele Mihale Nanege Unyola Soya Quisilaja Nanegi Boyele Mihale. I'm much more many years after the war. But when they let me say something this morning. Even after the war, we are subjugated to suffering. And the suffering has taken over many. Only a small, minute percentage of people. I'm talking of individuals. I'm not talking of this road during the war. And they sabotage the cause of Biafra. Now that poverty, we entrench here that survival of the fittest into us. So condition our psychology into let me take my theory from here at the launching of IBB's book that IBB made me. Now when you go back to one interview I grant he said that I fought the war. Now, of course, that is championing for the cause of Biafra. Now, connect these two events now. Give the reason why these people hate whatever we are doing. Now, where is our work going to lean on? Where are our work going to lean and manifest? Is on this exposition you are doing. That's why I do tell you. That's why I do speak to the hearing of our dear beloved government that they should reconstitute their media operators. The media operation it should be looked into. The personnel that will be handling the media should be people that are deep-rooted in this cause. People that know what they want. Such persons, one of them is you. You know what you want. You are not after where belly face. You need to be the freedom of your own and your unborn children. You defined what freedom is all about. And you wanted a structure that is rooted in freedom. Because you will not live forever. So that when you are no longer here, your people will enjoy just as the countries that all of you are domiciled. If the people that fought for those countries to be good, that it was able to accommodate you people, and you people are reaping dividends of their forefathers, if they were not people that come to the understanding of what freedom entails, and they fought for it and build a structure around that freedom, I don't think where is my point heading for this morning? We are doing the good work. Now, if we have multiple media that will withdraw themselves from saga and be digging all this vital information, preaching to the people like us, who were born much more years after the war. Some people would have had the opportunity of reading some of the books that these people wrote. But with this, your explanation and the contribution of people, other people that have maybe more understanding of the written book, and once listening to you, as you contrast the detailing of the event, they will now understand the reason why their elder brothers are talking about this freedom. It will now have a way in their hearts by taking from them that sabotaging spirit that will make them feel like, this Biafra is not fun. Let me work with my brother that is in the Senate to get what I want. So this is where this USB has to go deeper. And this is the truth. There's nothing like the truth again. This is the truth. Pushing out constructively our grievances. This is one of our grievances. These are the things that made us to say we detest Nigeria. We don't want to be part of Nigeria again. That is my little submission on that note, my brother. Now, survival of
We can't hear you anymore. I think network problem has just interrupted him.
Survival of the fittest.
Check your network. We can't hear you anymore. It's cutting off. Maybe a call is coming in. We can't hear you anymore. Akonye Wetere, we cannot hear you again. Try and check your network. Or maybe you got a call coming in. Akonye Wetere, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
I'm talking about now.
Okay, go ahead. We cannot hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. That survival of the fittest they push right to our problem. So, yes, and more media. Abia picture this thing and substantiate here. Present her in a way. Only get for a reason to fall in love with the Harlem. Open out the point of this preaching. The Harlem, Oponye, Abaya Galagari. But other way a more driving force of individuals who already understand the deep-rooted understanding of what is the real meaning of this Biafra utopia. All that they had for an external intruder or a cancerous somebody, if they penetrate here and plant here, sabotaging plant, they grow and drag the animal into forming cabal. When all the last so and everybody that means so it sabotage the struggle or it sabotage the Harlem after the war. Mr. Anike, one open the Bailade. I got Lambo one in the Afro now, and abroad. And you know, legends and abroad. Every way, man, I got the ticket to travel for passing war in the basket. Now, man, and Abuja. And you study politics, no guy. Politics in 5 years, nobody people governor or a senator or House of Rep member. Actually, going to military, after 10 years, not done on his boat or what they did. Tell you all afford religion over there, you know. But many of us, according like, you know, so according to that vision, actually, with police officer, I got that from the corruption and the system. The corruption and the system, I want only that my corruption never, no, and I'm a lion here. Many of them pull out. Many people of Igbo extraction resigned from army after the inception of Boko Haram. They were one of my friends. Yandi Begula, Nenugu State, Nanash, Indi Begu. Let's go mafia. 1 year, 1 2,000 I have a customer move to Jumbo. What about the peacekeeping station? More about the habitation 1 year we are here all the couple custom yale bunye it can nearly today
On a cut. Your voice na cut. It's cutting.
Let me go outside and come back. It's network.
Okay, better. Because on a cut. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been patient today and you are with us on this platform. Remember, today we have our fundraising. Remember, fundraising is today. The only way forward is for us to support the United States of Biafra, defend our land to the highest level. Defense cannot fall from the sky. There is no organization funding the United States of Biafra. There is no government funding the United States of Biafra. It is you and I. Those successes you are looking for, those things you want to see, you will see them when the time comes. But finance is needed. The recognition we are pursuing today, seeking recognition for the countries of the world, it needs movement. Movement will be made. And in that movement, the government needs sponsorship. So please, join the fundraising today by 7 p.m. wherever you are, and make sure you're part of it. Do not stay away. You're welcome back, my brother Akonyeweth.
In the noise, and I'm close to the main road.
Yeah.
So when they made the guy, that are shop, when I do the guy, yeah, this Boko Haram, Okwan Leku now. Or what? Somebody the answer. You okay? This book is going to put or someone has Boko Haram. Yeah, like what is it? After 219 or 218, or someone has Boko Haram. A Boko Haram camp. Number that drop la Boronu. Na ha drop from plane as in top Alefe and that too. Ni ha the land the ben ke abebe ke send the ha we dey toward the rebel. Ni ha the drop up 7 in the evening. Na ya na kia na trigger till 7 o'clock the following morning. Na how bad is all those people? Abakata before commander call has not the go fit. Then when they call from above, na ha draw.
Just imagine.
Now, when Nigeria thorough wipe Boko Haram today. Now, how the capable wipe ya?
Of course.
Now, among the guy, Okanonami now. Yeah, I do like here for rehabilitation. Of people. After that, we have a near 1 month. Or just today, we saw that for rehabilitation. So, what point am I trying to prove? Now, this Boko Haram, the little study movement on Boko Haram. After the militant Pakadike la South. Jonathan and Ayara do a Birmingham next. Who the government in a hard Papu Jonathan? They are I will have to okay. Now, if not take at all, I will go. So, not that is great Boko Haram. Let's today, Allah rehabilitate. Allah rehabilitate. Bunye ego, bunye hiye, abidokwa halare kwani haleme. All this heterogeneous nature of Nigeria. We have the indigenous people. I'm not talking of the elite. Elite are one. Because all serve against haleme and their caucus. When you come, you play along, you get your own, you go. Moreover, all their children are not in Nigeria. The ones in Nigeria are in a good place. For example, Aero-5 children. They are all in good position. So they need for them to be in Nigeria. So the masses, now when you come down to Igbo, the indigenous people, I need the sensitization. We have Nnamdi Mere. And after that Nnamdi Mere, he got a political leader, may take the struggle forward. Because they want on sensitization. The work to get the vote warrior to the media. But in the truth, indeed, well rooted in history. Indeed, they know how to communicate, the public communication, how to present issues, facts, like one of you, let me say, like you. And the truth, media, and then one media, whoever cares to join, all about the handle. I'm from the program, the platform, okay? I'm from our newspaper now. That's not the news. Okay, I'm very happy. That is what we want. Every standard media and then come on. You can move the cabinet meeting. Report to report. Media be something something. They vote to a pass there. And the APM faction hold the upholding the structure. Time on it here. Can you have it? When you recruit, when new platform, when new ideology they push. Now, when not only they are against them going there, who Napo, Lapa Tia and Yanaka, or also walk or could Unara Manu one. So, Obu Maka Mole Janon Masaka. But the end of Kuanabona, Saras and I won't be believed. No, I dare follow because of the again. And they need to put him out. Our government and over, I can't even hear anything. Some of them are advice I don't to pay me. But let me guide you. This is I will share it to you. No, media they have no now. And when more sensitization, both on one program both Igbo and all the languages. Teach the people on the ground. Tell them when they saturate with the knowledge of why we should live in Nigeria. My brothers and sisters, today man did the rock on a bruise on your bogene. Oh, Kampula Adali who Kahale Wundi the zoo. Land up before you go and wait a boat in not a way to go away Bukan Africa all the Western world and only support to do. Many of our people are over this system. Many of our people are over the Hammer cases in law from different sources. Can you get in law back? Can you get back? Can you get on back to Sofenia? This is not 1967. What is 1967 to 1970? Can you give in details? Because I played at that time. When you have anything. No, just on one media lab. Now, when I mean 1967, I came here. He said he's going here now. So, for this, you cannot go see, he just for me, just go behind or not there the bomb. He cannot on a stone age. So, my brothers and sisters, it is high time I could be blamed in the buy. Because they don't have on the planet to remain then. Woman now, who a black man. And because of our fight the battle, for the have to without a halo, or maybe one cranka or Lunia Lapu with Laja. A Gassimo because of a black man. There are not their country legality, make Yaponia Boya like Obama, city America. All because of the system. How the system was the day. But you find it.
We cannot hear you. Akonyo with I think your network today is Wahala. We can't hear you anymore. We cannot hear you anymore. So my fellow Biafrans, remember, we are making progress. The government of Biafra is not relaxing. Very soon, our passports will start being issued. You can see the sample of the passport have already been shared by the Deputy Prime Minister. What you are seeing now is from her own platform. This thing you are seeing, I am sharing it from the platform of the Deputy Prime Minister. This is her platform. Breaking. We are going home to a fully protected United States of Biafra. COS, DPN. That's it. This was shared in her own platform. This is the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister now. Deputy Prime Minister, this is our platform. You know, her former platform was suspended. The former one I used to share all the time online is suspended. Now, this is the platform that she's her ex-platform. This is her ex-platform. So, Deputy Prime Minister, this is her ex-platform. If you're not following her, you can go to X and follow her. Deputy Prime Minister. The former account she's using was suspended, so she opened a new one. So, she shared this on her platform. Our new passport, Biafran, United States of Biafra passport, to be issued very soon. We will start issuing the passport, and Biafrans will have it, and everybody will rejoice. See, the United States of Biafra government has just announced major development. The USB international passport will soon be unveiled. The application process will be open to all citizens worldwide. This landmark development strengthens the right and recognition of USB citizens across the globe. For all inquiries regarding passport application, asylum, support, documents, legalization, and your right as a United States of Biafra citizen, contact your regional service points. Asian, Middle East affairs, Asian affairs at so these are places to contempt: Asia, Europe, Oceanic affairs, North, South America. So very soon, people will start applying for this very passports, and issue will be done. So we're making progress. The government of Biafra is not idle. Our government is very, very busy working 24/7 and making sure that things are put in place. I appreciate everyone that have been part of us on this program today. I thank you so much for being part of the program. Please be there 7 p.m. for us to do the needful and support the Liberation Army on the ground. Our Biafra land was defended. The Biafra
road of resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the
If you do
world.
not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Nigeria, the best.